Congratulations, you've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours that demand satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me, as always, is your co-host.
He's a fucking
Six pack, everybody.
666.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget to go to YouTube. All Apologies. 9/11. Thank you, 9/11 for 9/11ing. The allapologiespodcast.com for all the links to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Not so much TikTok anymore, Andy, or
Yeah, but fuck TikTok. I mean, it's for young kids. We're old fucks over here. No, I don't. I mean, maybe people. I don't. It's too much. I'm solely focused on YouTube so that I can make no money there once I achieve these goals. So please go subscribe there. But also, please go check out Patreon, where we had some great wild content over there, and all our supporters now over there are known as
you donate our Giga Chads.
All our Giga Chads over on Patreon supporting this show financially. We have our extra special guest that we just had a lot of fun on Patreon joining us for the last installment of Eric July, the man who started it all. It's Black Panther, everyone.
Wakanda forever. It's me, T'Challa.
Yeah. T'Challa
from Wakanda the movie.
Yeah. Very good.
We're talking about a black superhero, which, by the way, both appearances on this show, I've been talking about black superheroes because Spawn is one too. I guess that's my theme now. Has Wesley Snipes ever done an apology? I'll come on for that episode one day.
Maybe for his tax evasion.
Yeah, let's look that up and see if he did an apology. I'll come back. We'll just finish this trilogy here. I'm talk about black superheroes, and of course, the most exciting black superhero today, Isom.
Right. You were giving me a ration of shit for not supporting black creators, but I am cosplaying as Eric July, so there.
I just got that with the shoulders.
Yep, you know it.
Oh, man.
Let's see. I am queuing up the clip package here, but it's been a lot of fun. Joe, recap what we've covered over the last month with Eric July.
Okay, so we started
a terrible a terrible introduction, right? You know what? Before we get started, Joe, you were nice enough to put this together. Hang on.
Update.
The first, I was confused because I didn't recognize what the fuck was happening in my clip package because it's unrelated to Eric July, but we did just lose the great Azie Osborne, and Joe will.
Amazing building. Pretty cool to be your office. Look, little Alamo monument.
So Ozzy famously pissed on the Alamo. Joe pulled a couple of things, and there's so much to cover that I just boiled it down to this one thing to feature about the incident of peeing on the Alamo.
Heroes of the Alamo. Wait, is there a picture? I think I see a picture of you taking a piss right there.
Oh, there's no getting away from the Alamo around here.
Just play it cool. Remember, you're sorry.
They wouldn't ban me for as long as I did if it was just nothing to worry about.
Texas loves you.
But the Alamo don't. I thought they were going to jump on me.
Yeah. So, I had to feature that, just for P. Ozzy. He meant a lot to a lot of people, including Joe and I. Tony, Ozzy fan? Yay, nay?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I will say the end of that whole arc of Ozzy pissed on the Alamo. He was banned. People in San Antonio were big dildos about it. And he was able to resolve the issue by donating $10,000 to the Daughters of the Alamo, or whatever the charity was. So for the low price of $10,000, they forgive him for pissing on their heritage.
Speaking of apologies, do you have a video of Ozzy apologizing for being in Ghostbusters 2016?
No.
Oh, no.
Or was he in Little Nicky as well?
Well, let's not throw Little Nicky under the bus. Okay. Did he die before he got to apologize for being in that?
I think he stopped apologizing at that point.
Oh, no.
He's going to be in the next one as a ghost. Gonna be.
He's going to have a lesbian relationship with Egon's granddaughter in the next one.
My God, what are they doing with these fucking movies? Speaking of woke culture ruining beloved properties, Eric July was in week 1. We covered how I first became aware of Eric July. That's right. That's now I'm remembering that because Dick Masterson went on Ethan Van Sciver's show. I was fucking up his name, and Tony was in the chat telling me that I kept calling him Eric Van Sciver because I had Eric July on the brain. But Dick Masterson shows up lamb-based Eric to his face about how shitty ISOM is, and that's when I first became aware of Eric July. Joe, you had known him as whatever, a political pundit that was maybe rallying against woke culture and comics and ruining Disney, and he was against that. And that's his bread and butter, right, guys?
I was very aware of him for he was very outspoken about Disney. The word tokenization comes out of his mouth like nonstop. It might as well be a crutch word for just them gender swapping or race swapping characters and how uncreative that was. And I was just like, this guy's making a lot of good points. And then the more I watched, I'm like, this guy's a humorless pud who has nothing fun to say about anything ever, except for how shitty Disney is. Yeah. And I just got bored with his content.
He was like right place, right time.
Yeah.
It is one of those examples, and it's just like that'll get you so far. You'll make a lot of money in a short amount of time, but his YouTube is like dead.
He did do that.
And his books are less. And he's tried to do he did a whole documentary on Riley, basically. And they just perform less and less. His books are going down. It's like, oh man, I hope people wise investments.
There's a
great warehouse.
Well, there's a good reason for that we're going to get into. Yeah. But the one thing that we did in the second week was he had a great hot take that he wasn't happy with the Epstein controversy being swept under the rug. People trying to say there's nothing to see here. That's everybody was saying.
Yeah. So he got shit on for like not supporting Trump enough. He wanted to die on that hill, and I'm like, man, you gotta like just say nothing or go all in with your fan base. Why are you dancing around this, you idiot? This isn't gonna help you sell more books at all.
Exactly. And then last week I really enjoyed covering the Soska sisters with New Girl and Kaylee, and She Hates Them. I found everything that they do pretty hack and terrible. So we took a little detour into shitting on them. Tony, do you have any takes on the Soskas and their films or their comics?
I've only ever seen them as an actor in like a few things.
Elevator, Evil 2.
No, they were actually the Girl from American Mary and the Soskas, they met on the Josie and the Pussycats movie.
Really?
That girl, what's her face? Catherine Isabel, she was like the bully of Josie, and her two friends were the Soska sisters. That's kind of how they met. But no, the only movie I've seen by them is See No Evil 2. And that's only because like I binge watched the first one. And then I went, all right, I guess I'll watch the second one, and it wasn't much better. I reviewed both of those channel years ago, and they're called Unbiased Reviews. Because those movies are all about a killer who stabs your eyes out, and I reviewed them as I was recovering from painful eye surgery. I'm like, these are just my eyes all red. I'm like, this is totally unbiased. It's just it's just I just don't care for it. I guess I'm dying because my eye is on fire.
Yeah. I know you're a big fan of eye injuries and movies.
I'm not actually.
Nor am I. I don't enjoy that. But
so I wasn't as experienced with them enough. But Eric July, I've had to learn a lot about the last few years. Also, if you want to clear out, like, if you need any help with like timelines, people get timelines wrong and certain details with Eric July stuff. Riley didn't piss on anyone's grave. Did you guys cover that?
No.
Okay. No one peed on anyone's grave. It was some other guy went and took a picture with the grave, and then someone posted a picture of like the tombstone. And it was like wet, and everyone just assumed it was piss. And then Riley, who was being blamed for everything, was just like, "Yeah, sure, I did it." He was, by the way, when the tombstone thing happened. Here's how I know it wasn't Riley, guys. Riley was sitting right over there in Pennsylvania when it happened. We were hanging out when that whole thing was going down.
So there you have it. Conclusive evidence. And right. So that was the most context that we were getting was from Nick Rekieta, who somehow was fully aware of all this shit the same way that you are.
Oh yeah, because I've had a couple times. We're friends. There's actually a picture of me, Riley, and Nick Rekieta. And they went to jail within like a week of each other. And I had to post that picture. And I'm like, I just want to let everyone know I love the government. The police are great. Don't do drugs. I'm like covering all my bases.
They're cellmates.
I'm like, oh shit, am I next on the list? Fuck.
Speaking of Riley, before we move off that, I would just watch the most recent Salem's Lot again. Does this not look like mint salad?
That does. That does. What's her name? Mackenzie something. She was like on Gotham or something. Yeah, you're right.
With her hair in this, I had seen Mint on whatever online recently, and then I put this movie on, and the second she came up, I was just like, "Holy shit, this looks like Mint."
Okay, by the way, I haven't seen that movie, but fuck that movie. Because since 2020, me and Crystal were like, all right, it's coming out in a few months. We'll like read the book. We'll watch all the other Salem's. We'll do what is the best Salem's Lot, and then they kept delaying it and kept delaying it for year after year after year, and then finally they're like, it comes out next month. I'm like, there's not enough fucking time to prepare for this. I'm like, you assholes. I'm like, well, Crystal, we're not doing it. Luckily, my friend's Movie Dumpster, they covered a bunch of the Salem's month. I'm like, all right, they got it covered. I don't have to watch. So I still haven't seen the movie.
I do have some mint salad art here in my studio, and I did meet her at Boston WATP, and she's even early in person. And I reached out to them to be a part of Eric July. Heard nothing. So that's fine.
Wait,
I got that fine. That's fine.
Andy, what the why didn't you ask me to talk to them?
You said you would, and then you didn't. I'm not
okay. It's been a very busy month. Why didn't you remind me to talk to them?
I'm not disappointed that we have the very famous Tony from Hack
I'm just saying I would have really helped you out. You just had to remind me.
Well, maybe we could do some other topic some other time.
Most weekends this month, I was on the side of a mountain at a drive-in, burning up alive. I couldn't remember a lot of things, Andy.
You were being burnt to death and eaten by mosquitoes and in the pouring rain. Yeah.
Still
on Earth.
It's fine.
Anyway, the genesis of Eric July is why we have Tony here, and this is the infamous call into biggest problem in the universe.
Real quick, can I provide some context for it?
Yes, please. Of course.
Okay. So for weeks leading up to this, I kept seeing Vito complaining about other like right-wing guys who were trying to start stuff, and he was really leaning into Eric July a lot. Constantly complaining about him. And I looked up the guy and I was just like, oh yeah, this looks pretty stupid and cringe, but Vito's just like, he's clearly just jealous.
Right.
And I really wanted to call, and here's the thing. Vito was absolutely right about Eric July.
I was going to say that.
He was absolutely right, but the only reason Vito was is because Vito was jealous.
Yeah.
And he refuses to, no, you still were jealous that someone was getting something out. And now it's like 4 years later, Super Killer, the first comic I ever donated to, is still not out. He's destroyed. I'm not even friends with Vito anymore. Fucking guy. He's destroyed all his friendships. He's killing his brand. And he's more jealous, but he can't even talk about Eric July anymore. Yeah. Because now he looks worse than Eric July because he totally failed.
I was going to cap this whole series off by going to the Indiegogo page and seeing how Super Killer is coming along. Spoiler alert. It's still not out.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Last update. It's coming out. It's 1% left. We heard that a couple times. So the week leading up, I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, one of the things I hate the most. I've come across many people like this. is a really like talented person who wastes their time on bullshit drama and things that don't matter.
Yeah.
It's Vito. And for years now, I've been trying to tell him, like, that's what I'm like, dude, you have some talent. You can be funny, but like, you're lazy and fat and a loser, and you keep wasting all this time on drama. Be working on stuff.
And you
he
said as
refuses
much.
to.
You said
Yeah.
as much. You're in
And
clip
so
one.
then I texted Dick, and I'm like, Dick, you got to let me on. I want to make fun of him, and I had a funny way to bring up the problem. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you'll enjoy it.
Oh, also before we launch into this too, I never understood how hard Dick went at Eric July
Hard Dick?
in that thing.
Joe
And
didn't understand
Hard
hard
Dick.
dick. That's
I
it.
didn't understand hard Dick,
Yeah.
and but it was because he kind of tried to defend him a little bit here. It seems
We
like,
were
and then he was
all-
pissed off at how wrong he was.
That
about
was the
Eric
funny
July.
thing. Dude, looking back, all the biggest problems, so like after this video, we were all constantly making fun of him and celebrating Eric, but then it turned out Eric was an idiot. And it was just, that's what the thing, yeah, you can play it. That's kind of, but here's the origin.
this guy, this entrepreneur, this Eric July guy.
Right.
Oh.
He's so
And he decided to start his own comic book company called the Rippaverse.
Look how upset Vito is that this is being brought up.
So, but he kept tweeting about it, so I had to.
And I think I think it's actually become the biggest crowdfunded comic of all time.
Wow.
I believe it raised like $1 million, maybe $2 million.
I think it's at $2 million
again,
right now.
That's incredible.
Again, black owned, and one of the artists is a Latinx friend of mine. And I think this is great. Diversity is our strength.
By the way, every Latinx person who follows my channel, they scream at me every time I say Latinx, and I didn't realize so many of them are bigots. I don't understand, guys.
I mean, I don't know why. Explain it to me like I'm a white guy that doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know. I keep saying Latinx because that's what Twitter told me to do, and they keep yelling at me for it. Oh yeah,
They
so
keep
I
moving
guess
the
it was.
goalpost, Tony. They're always moving the goalpost with the alphabet letters, so there's no way to be an ally because everything you figure out what the sequence of the letters are. They add more or tell you you're wrong. It's like I fucking give up.
By the way, I think you left out the part where my problem was not supporting black-owned businesses. That was my problem, which is funny because Vito is very racist. He doesn't admit it, but he's clearly racist. So it had like an extra level of like irony. He's like that super
For like the last.
They pretend to be so liberal they don't realize that they're also offensive. He's like that.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks, all Vito has done is had a down that this black guy is funding his comic.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me understand this. Eric July is his name?
Yes.
He crowdfunded over $1 million for his
$2 million now.
$2 million.
Wow.
So this guy's creating a comic. You are creating.
You're right.
You're both crowdfunding on the internet, and he's raised $2 million. I would think you'd be very excited about that.
No, Dick.
By the way, that guy in the middle is one of Vito's many like LA comedy friends who he didn't like explain the show properly to. And the one common thread is that they never come back afterwards. And he was terrible. I saved that episode with that phone call because he just didn't understand the show. He was fucking up. Vito didn't like properly explain what the show is. And that's why none of them ever come back.
I cut out so much of people screaming over each other. People say we talk over each other, and this is just going to be three chuckle fucks laughing and talking over each other. Go watch this episode. It's very difficult to get through. But yeah, Vito not explaining something properly, not following through, not doing any kind of heavy lifting or homework. Tracks. I believe that.
All you're doing is just yelling at this guy, probably because he's black. I don't know.
Because
you
he's
hate
black.
that he funded his stuff, and you don't want to support his. Everyone else on the internet is rallying around this guy.
I know, because everyone on the internet is a fucking idiot.
If you're at least going to make fun of this guy, at least promote your comic.
I am promoting my comic.
Vito does the whole thing. He's like, LOL, my Twitter's just for fun. It's like, well, it's not for fun. You're crying.
For fun.
No, and he's still crying on Twitter right now. He's always like, I enjoy it. I'm like, no, you don't. It broke your brain, and you're obsessed with it, and you're going insane. He has a tweet today about how he wants to like rape someone. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? He's just losing his mind.
he's constantly
Let me
forsaking his
put
own
him on my
fan
to
base.
follow list.
Oh yeah, but he's like always shitting on his own fans. He's always just
Dude, he's
not
super.
giving a fuck about his own show. He's
Dude, I spent a
torpedoing his
weekend
own
with him,
show.
man. He's just depressed, but it's all his fault. Like he just doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you got to clean your house. You got to like put a door on your bathroom. You have to like organize stuff. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I have this table in my living room full of broken computer parts, and that's why I moved my big screen into my bedroom. I'm like, what? So I'm like, he's like, I don't ever have people over. I'm like, obviously, what do you do? Sit in the living room and stare at the table full of shit?
Or you Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds, where you're rebuilding a motorcycle in your living room because your children don't want to have anything to do with you?
Pretty much. He's just
Yeah, and
he refuses to get off.
I kind of started it though. I brought your appearance on Biggest Problem where Dick wasn't there. It was up to Vito to put on a good show, and he did nothing to do. And
God, was so
Tony was collateral damage, and I featured that at DabbleCon. And
I
then
had to carry the episode. That was the guest. I was the call-in guest. I was carrying the fucking episode.
I know.
It was my
It
thing,
started
like,
it. And so hang on, I'm making a point here. Sorry. But then at Hackamania 2, then Vito got his revenge where he spotlighted the Simpsons game melting down at Dabble House. So Vito and I have a healthy rivalry where we both they have given each other permission to shit on each other.
By the way, Vito was not in any position to shit on people the weekend of Hackamania 2. Was melting down and sending me 20 goddamn text messages, and I'm sorry, not threatening me because he worded it in a way that's not technically a threat, but it was clearly a threat. So he wasn't in a position to make fun of anyone that weekend.
I wish I could have brought that to the stage, but let's have a little.
It was really fun. It was
go ahead,
me and Brian Johnson telling Tony that he did everything that he could to save that episode. They're watching that, sitting with Tony at the DabbleCon.
It was funny. It was funny looking back. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't get shit on once during that whole thing. It was more like we just feel bad he was there, and you could have shit on me. I wouldn't have minded him. And I'm like, oh yeah, it was really just like, oh, poor Tony.
Yeah, I really. I mean, I was completely out of the loop of putting anything together for that. So if it was up to me, you would have been on stage for that. But c'est la vie. Anyway, let's get back to this shit.
You're at least going to make fun of this. Guys, promote your comic.
I am promoting my comic.
Yeah. Vito does the whole thing. He's like, LOL, my Twitter's just for fun. It's like, well, it's not for fun. You're
it is
crying.
For fun. There's a certain contingent of the internet that is dumb,
not economically viable.
They're making media criticism worse by convincing their audiences very bad and stupid things about storytelling, like the idea that if you put a 2-second kiss in Buzz Lightyear, it's going to turn kids gay.
Yeah.
Guys come out and they go, I'm making my own comic book. It's got no politics and it's not woke. And everybody starts clapping their hands like a gibbering monkey and they go, no woke politics in the comic book. Yeah. Oh, I have to buy it. And I'm watching all these morons stumble over themselves to declare this complete loser the next Stan Lee. I have to sit back.
Loser, he's got $2 million.
Lots of...
I do kind of... Hang on, let me finish the clip.
The bank.
Vito, first off, you're a fucking loser. I love you.
I loved
him, but he was a loser. He really needed to, and he didn't have to be. It's sad when it's like they're the ones doing it, ruining their own lives. Like, why do you just stop doing this thing?
I do like the point that he's making, but he is definitely a jealous bitch.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's saying all the right things, but we know the emotion behind is that he's jealous.
Yeah.
Good story. I read it. You just need to update it, and I gave you notes. Did you attribute any of my notes to your rewrites, or did you just fight with people?
We have been. What do you call it? I have the artist working on stuff. We're updating the character sheets and whatever.
Okay,
else.
why don't you post about that update?
I don't know what I want to show yet.
Why don't you kiss ass more
I don't want to be.
Yeah, why don't you pick something from the show and update us instead of another comic company, which
do
is
you want,
again
do you
run
want
by
me
a
to
black
just
man.
be a fake kiss ass
Vito
like
doesn't want to
everybody
succeed.
else on YouTube who goes, "Oh, Eric, you're such a genius. You came up with a comic book. Oh my God, that's so incredible for you. You're the next fucking Stan
Vito.
Lee." Or can I be realistic and go, "This motherfucker has never written anything in his life. His comic book
Vito,
concept is trash.
You could
The
just
art
say
is basic
fucking
bitch
nothing
superhero."
and release your comic.
Or
you
I can
dumb
call
fuck.
out trash because that's my job
but you
as
don't
a
know
critic.
it's trash.
I know it's trash.
Dick, you know.
It is funny. It is funny how different things are because Dick literally had no idea who the guy was. He might have saw some of Vito's tweets, but before this, he didn't really know anything about him.
Yeah.
So to see him like defending him, like it could be good, it could be great, even though we kind of got the feeling it was gonna suck. It's just so fun to go back and be like, oh man.
It is interesting to see 3 years later what Eric is accomplishing, which I won't say is a successful comic book, but I will say you could see what he's accomplishing, and we'll get to that. But also seeing Vito's slow crawl to the fucking finish line, where what I looked up on Indiegogo is now they're having problems with the bleed on the print. Is they have to and the art out. It's like if the woman's shirt isn't down to the bottom, nobody gives a fuck. If the cape is cut off, nobody gives a fuck. This is not something that should be holding up your comic that's maybe like weeks, days away from launching, and it seems like
his
a troll.
artist like fucked him over. His artist was lazy and dragging his feet, and I know that's true because every time
it
people
looks
bring
good,
it up,
though.
every time people bring it up on the show, he goes, "No, it's fine, it's fine." He like really defends this guy. I'm like, oh, he's afraid that guy's gonna hear it and then stop. But like, because he went all in. I told him maybe a year and a half ago. I'm like, dude, just get someone else and imitate the art style and credit both of them. This guy's ruining your thing. And Vito didn't do it because he sucks. He just kept going with it.
I'll tell you, as a
Get
musician,
somebody off Fiverr in fucking the Philippines to finish this comic. For
And he announced recently that the next Super Killer is going to have the same artist. I'm like, one, there's not going to be a second one. And are you an idiot? Oh my God.
I'll look forward to that in 2030. Because it seems like none of these comics, they come out annually. These are annuals. Nothing comes out on a regular basis anymore, which is one of my biggest complaints about Rippaverse as well. But yeah, whatever, dude. You can't finding talented people. This is the point I was trying to make before Joe cut me off. If you're a musician, try and find people that work well together is the hardest part. There's plenty of people that can shred on guitar that don't know how to write a song, that don't know how to be in a band together. So I can imagine that finding somebody to artistically reel something that you wrote has to be supremely frustrating. But you need to be more transparent about what's going on. I mean, I don't know all the challenges. I do know at one point I did try and make my own comic book, and I gave up immediately because I'm bad at everything, but including being a co-host, right, Joe? I'm sorry I shit on you. Let's move on.
Oh, hey, before I don't want to cut you off, but
yes, please don't. Yeah.
I expertly break down failures in writing.
But what if Eric is just good at marketing and you're not?
He's very good at marketing, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, maybe you could learn from him. Maybe you could like take.
There's
notes
nothing
and
for me to
stuff.
learn. What am I going to do? Become
He
a...
made $2 million.
Okay, so what?
You can learn how to make $2 million.
Oh, okay, I'll just be a huge black libertarian tomorrow. I'll just do that.
You already are,
I
Vito.
guess I should have just took the advice of a huge black conservative figure. Everyone goes, let's give him money so we don't appear racist. I'll just be black. Thanks, you're right. I'm going to learn from this brilliant marketing plan.
He is right. That's why all those right-wing people do throw money on him. They like that there's a black guy saying the things that they want to say.
Right.
But also Vito just hates black guys. Just hates them.
But that I capped my clips of this episode here because the rest of what I want to talk about for this episode is the fact that everything on Rippaverse is just straight marketing. They're not putting out content. They're just marketing shit that's maybe going to show up someday. That's all it is now.
These comics are so full of just setting up other heroes for like spin-off. And I'm like, there's a way, like, because clearly he watched the MCU and stuff, and the MCU did that, right? But that's because those were setting up characters that comic book people knew and wanted to see movies of them. So, you know, when they mention Wakanda in Avengers Age of Ultron, you get excited because you're like, oh, they're going to be in another movie. Cool. He's doing that for this, but I'm like, yeah, but no one knows who these characters are yet.
See,
Thank you.
I'm
So
glad
when
you said that.
to a halt and do this big introduction for these guys, and then they don't appear for the rest of the book. It's just like, what the fuck is the point?
We watched the Yara trailer last week. And it was that exact thing. Is like, I'm like, you're setting up something I have no awareness of.
Good,
you know.
Joe.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say you're exactly right. And Tony had sent me the PFs for ISAM 1 and 2 and Yara 1.
I think it's Yaira.
Yaira, whatever. Again, it's like a bad name. The
names. I can talk forever about the name.
But Joe and I were watching it, and at one point in the trailer, somebody just runs through. It's like a woman with her hair on fire going, "Help me, Solari!" And we're like, "Who the fuck is Solari?" But if you go and you look at the PDF that I'm going to put on Patreon, guys, you don't have to buy ISAM. I'm just
I mean, good luck with that. Wait, did he just die?
And he just got canceled.
I don't endorse.
Online.
Don't say to upload a PDF after you said I gave it to you, motherfucker.
This is going to be like Stuttering John's book on Carl's Patreon.
Andy, don't upload a PDF that you said I gave you. What are you trying to do to me here?
Woke Disney fucking crashed my computer when I said that. I was joking. I mean, that was a joke on Stuttering John's book.
It's actually the Epstein files, and Andy was just eliminated from their screen.
Did you notice in the Yaira trailer that girl is just on the ground for no reason? But when you read the comic, you see that she's covered in ice. And the trailer, they just never got around to doing the effect of her covered in ice. So she's just on the ground for no reason.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. So there is a lot. There is a lot in the comic that makes the trailer make sense. But if you only watch that trailer, it doesn't make sense, especially if you're thinking that you're learning about the Yaira character, because so much of it is it's just ISAM 1.
Yeah.
But not like anybody, like I'm talking about this like a give a fuck. I'm just saying, having read the comic that is going to be on our Patreon, just kidding, that you do learn way more about what's happening in the trailer. And that's what we were talking about, where Eric is
It's narcissism.
assuming that people know what the fuck is happening over there when they don't. You know,
What are we hearing?
Oh,
Sorry.
probably when I crashed out, you got to turn your backstage listening off because
Sorry, yes, that's
when
my
I came
fault.
back in, it probably reset. Is that
That's
what
my
it is?
fault.
No worries. No, I mean, I got booted off my own show. It's my fault. I deserved it.
It happens to the best of us. It's happened.
I deserved it for threatening to pirate fucking ISAM. Like that would get me anywhere. But my point is that the Rippaverse is a marketing machine, and everything
was
well, yeah, it's going so far downhill. Joe, these comics cost. All right.
40.
Tony, like a mystery supporter of the show, sent me PDFs out from ISAM so that I could know what the fuck I was talking about. I was like, it's over 100 pages. And I just went and I just arbitrarily pulled this out of my comic collection. Vector Moon Knight featuring Hobgoblin and Black Spider-Man. And I support Black superheroes, Black Spider-Man. Comics are only 30 pages. Why is ISAM 100 pages long?
I can it shouldn't be 100. I can like push back on that a little bit because like these are like the comics you grew up reading are meant to come out regularly every month. and everything. With indie comics, it's a little different. You are paying for one specific book. You don't. The idea of like, hey, this is gonna be a 100-page book that justifies the price. And I'm not doing this weekly, so I get it.
And so that's the new norm, is what you're telling me?
That is the new norm, and I totally understand it. However, Andy,
how satisfying.
It can't be 100 pages of just gobbledygook, nonsense dialogue, and just panels of people doing nothing.
Right.
Pretty much.
Stills. Some of the screenshots that you brought to the table.
Yeah. I want to show you an example of.
While you guys do this, I'm gonna create my own comic book while you do this with AI.
It's just so many pages to scrub.
Like I said, I was editing and shit today, so I must have saved different things into different files.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you found it.
I want you to show the image where they say Larry Shugnite and then cut to nothing.
Is this it?
Okay, yeah. So look. So there's a bunch of buildup, and then in big words, but this is one page. It's Larry Shungite, and then just nothing. Like, why wouldn't you? It cuts to just him slowly walking. Why wouldn't you put like this image? Why wouldn't you see right here?
This is like a gummy chainsaw wrestling intro.
Wait, scroll up.
Yeah.
These 4 pictures should have had all text bubbles of the hyping him up. And then it should have went, it's Larry Shugnite over this image. Instead of just an image of the entrance to the wrestling ring and then no one there. So what the fuck is this?
Larry Shugnite.
And by the way, the one picture I have, I think it says sold out, but it also might just be up there. The arena says it's sold out. If you go up, I think. Yeah, it says sold out. Look at the parking lot. There's so many empty spaces there. There's not that many cars there.
Yeah, it's like a Stuttering John stand-up show.
It's sold out. I'm like, wait, you didn't just draw more cars? And that's the controversy. Have you guys covered the 3D asset stuff?
What is it?
Have you covered the 3D asset controversy with these comics?
No.
Oh, dude. This artist totally made an idiot out of Eric July. It's been revealed, and Ethan Van Sciver will go through this, and other fans have found them. A lot of the art in this is very bland and flat. The artist went to a free 3D at warehouse on SketchUp and just constantly positioned things and then traced over them, sort of. He did it for pretty much the whole book. Can you go to? Yeah, and he does it lazily.
Here, I'm making my own comic.
Hey God, I'm like.
There you go.
This could be any of these guys. Look, I'm doing it. I started making my own comic in 5 seconds. It's done. Yeah, this is the launch date. I'll be ready.
All right, so he must have went to the 3D asset thing and bought one image of the tires and then tripled them.
Oh yeah.
And then he got one workbench, multiplied it 3 times. He got a 4th workbench that was quite smaller, but looked like the ellipticals and the treadmills are right on top of the fucking benches.
Yeah.
In a way that wouldn't make any sense. And I don't know if you noticed this throughout the comic. There's another picture that just says shadows. Whenever they don't want to show too much detail, they just ink the hell out of it. Make everything super black.
Yeah. That's a trick of the trade. It's like, well, we're just going to go, take a picture of something and then draw over. It's tracing. Tattoo artists do this all the time.
And look, it's just I mean, I get it. It's kind of like with film, you use stock footage and stuff, and I know visual effects guys will get pre-made assets, but you're not supposed to be overly reliant on them. It's more just I don't want to draw the same truck at different angles. Let me get this, but you're supposed to change it up a little bit. This guy didn't. He just put them in and put a filter on them, kind of. Yeah. And Eric super denied it, and then thanks to me weaponizing Dick's audience accidentally, people found the 3D warehouse that he used, and they went in. They found almost every single asset that he used, every environment, every building that makes sense.
It's funny you say that because when we were looking at that, I was like, yeah, I don't like the style of artwork.
Yeah.
Mostly because it looks like just a realistic image that you threw into PowerPoint and then put like an animation filter on it. And apparently that's what they were doing.
That is what he did basically. And Ethan Van Sciver did some really great breakdowns where he's like pointing out how bad it is. And this artist did work for DC Comics like briefly, I guess.
Yeah, but even when I was collecting comics, like you'd get, they did a great artist for the cover, and then whoever was responsible for the actual artwork, you'd get in. It was like that fucking Dark Hawk or whatever that they came out.
Gen 13, it basically pushed me out of comics because J. Scott Campbell would make such great covers, and then it would go to you'd open it up and it would just be trash. It would be whatever, just typical shit. And I know making something really nice like that is probably a lot harder than that 18-year-old Andy can wrap his brain around how long it takes to produce a whole comic. But it's just so disappointing though for somebody that doesn't realize like how and why. You know what I mean?
So this was another example of this artist just like living room and he found this living room and this couch on the 3D website. So that's a couch that he found, right? Clearly the couch that he got from the 3D assets didn't have like indents in the cushion, so that must be a plastic couch I saw him sleeping on. And also people realize that like that 3D model, that's clearly a guy standing up that he just rotated and moved onto the couch. And people have also went in, they found that exact table behind it. It's like showed up in other images, I think. My favorite 3D asset one is click on the one that says window.
Window,
no, not that one. Not that one. The one that just says just window.
I feel like it would have been easier to just learn how to draw than to fucking assemble a bunch of shit in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So there's a window that for some reason has these lines and this shelf here with just vases on it.
The fuck?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, now can you click on my other one that says window is now a wall?
I just saw it.
There it is. There it is. Now it's suddenly a wall and it's not a window. So people found this. This is like an office picture you could get off the website and you moved it. And I guess for the first issue, they decided to make it a window instead. And then they forgot for the second issue. So it went back to being a regular wall with a bunch of shelves.
And why is
apparently somebody drove? There's tire tracks over it. Apparently, happening there.
Why is it like off, like not lined up correctly too?
It's
I don't
fucking
because it's like yeah. What was I gonna say? So that's the thing. So he denied it. People started giving him proof. And then he was just like, well, everyone uses 3D assets. What are you talking about? That's standard. What? It's like, you raised $2 million for this comic, and your artist half-assed it and got it most from a SketchUp 3D asset thing. I'm like, he couldn't even put in the effort. They really gypped you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And Eric is too much of an idiot to realize that this shit doesn't make any sense.
Right. That's the real thing. He's like trying to defend this guy and he doesn't have, as Dick pointed out, the experience as a writer, even though he wrote it. And if you read some of the lines in the first one, dude, Joe, it's so fucking bad. It's really clunky and rude.
I'll read it on our Patreon.
Yeah, we will. And it's sophomoric and lazy and uninspired.
And all sound like him. If you've listened to Eric July, they all where he's adding too many extra words to sound smart and make the characters, but they don't make any sense.
Absolutely. Quite frankly,
self-righteous. self-righteous, like posturing,
Yeah.
and it's and to think that he knows what goes into drawing a comic, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
And whatever shenanigans this person is pulling over on him, he has no idea it's happening. People are pointing out, he should be thanking these people for
Yes.
pointing out that this guy is scamming him,
Mhm.
and instead he's defending this guy.
Okay, wait. So, Joe, you said you didn't read these yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, real quick. Can you show him the 2 weeks ago? Don't say anything about it, Andy. I want to ask him a question. Okay. 2 weeks ago. So we get the place in 2 weeks ago, setting up the time. For a lot of movies start like this, a long time ago.
Sure.
Whatever, million BC and stuff. Now, the next panel that has like a time frame, what would you expect it to say, Joe?
If
the first one is 2 weeks
uptown 2 weeks ago, I would expect it to give me a locate like a more precise
Present
either present day or
2 weeks later,
wherever we are, some more
or
establishing.
now. Okay. Actually, spoiler. The next one is earlier.
What?
There it is. The next time frame, it just says earlier.
2 weeks ago, earlier. Yeah, 2
and
weeks
look-
ago is earlier.
Yeah, but it's like 2 weeks ago. Okay, now we're earlier. Spoiler. They don't really give us a time frame afterwards, so I think we're all still earlier than 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It's so confusing.
there's
At
one-
this point, they've never gotten back to where we're supposed to be timelines. I'm like, why would you just don't say 2 weeks? What the fuck?
There's one that's even worse, Tony. It says, let me see if I can find it, because it's in ISOM 1, and it's kind of towards the beginning, but it's when he is at the bar, or I think somebody's Yaira is fighting somebody, and it's an exterior, and it's saying,
Oh, is
Yeah,
that the
here it is.
some?
"Oh my god,
some-
yes, wait, don't spoil it. I found
Yeah,
it."
okay.
Yeah. Can you read this, Joe?
Somewhere you would not want to be flying into a car. No shit.
Somewhere you wouldn't want to be, getting punched into a car. Yeah, no shit.
Did he train his body to do that though?
Well,
Oh my god, yeah. So
Welcome to somewhere you wouldn't want to be, Texas.
yeah, so I have that one thing that says except maybe. No one knows what Isom's powers are.
Right.
And no one knows if he is, because then they have like a scientist, they have it's except maybe too, where the doctor's like, well, he doesn't show up at instead of mutant or inhuman or metahuman, they're called excepts in this universe.
Oh God.
And they're
okay.
like, he doesn't show up on our thing as an except. I'm like, so is he just a regular guy? Like, he can't be. He's super strong. He's like, I trained my body. I'm like, with superpowers? And
Yeah.
we've only seen super strength, kind of.
That was what we watched the trailer with him doing the voiceover at the beginning.
Yeah.
He's like, I've trained my body to do this, and he falls onto the fucking car. Like, you trained your body to
Dude, that-
be thrown off of a fucking building? What's
So
the training of that?
He's the Mick Foley of comic
Yeah.
books. Train my
Anyway,
body to take a bump better than
I think
anyone
that's
else.
like Riley's favorite thing. That car is like Eric's favorite thing because it's in the comic. It was in the animated trailer that they did, and they made it to the Yaira trailer. And Riley and Mint were calling him out on that because he's like one of those like to respect the lore, and you have to be really, really respectful of the lore, and it has to be a one-to-one thing.
Mhm.
Guys, the car in the trailer was not yellow. He didn't respect his own lore, guys.
He's like Sam Raimi in that way with the classic.
right,
It's gotta be in
Oh,
every
and by
movie.
the way, everyone kept saying like, "Oh, Isom's a self-insert." He's like, "No." And it's like, but then he voiced Isom. It's like he's clearly a self-insert.
Oh yeah, he's no reason to be in that trailer.
Yeah, and I know he's a self-insert because some of the real Eric really seeps through here. Can you click on Paranoid?
This
This is after the
extra.
monkeys from hell burned down his farm. That's right, hell
Oh, right.
monkeys.
Paranoid.
Hellions, as they call them.
Pulled that up accidentally. Oh, here it is.
This stupid character Goodying, who's a setup for another. He's like, yeah, your cameras are good, but it didn't work. And he goes, well, that's by design. It's the only set of cameras that aren't stored on some cloud. That's Eric like being paranoid. Like he needs security cameras, but he's afraid of like a cloud thing being hacked, and it's like seeping into his artwork there.
Yeah. And he's also self-referential, like qualifying all the criticism he's gonna get for continuity errors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
I work for a security company, and there's recording at the edge at the camera, so that's not even true.
Well, so real quick, Andy, did you think he was very heroic in this? You know, his mission, after all, is to save Jasmine, who is Mrs. Newman's daughter.
Right. No, I didn't.
Joe, you're probably going to ask who Jasmine and Miss Newman are, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, 200
Jasmine
pages.
from Aladdin and Newman's mom from Seinfeld, right?
No. 200 pages later, we still don't know. They grew up together, and Mrs. Newman was nice to people. And Isam's sister wants him to look for her. But you'll see here, I have like Real Hero #1, I think is the name. Or just Real Hero. This is after he goes to look for her and gets his ass kicked. He says, truth be told, saving Jasmine wasn't my primary focus. I almost forgot about it. That won't talk down to me, and that won't go unaddressed. So a guy beat him up, or no, a guy said something mean to him and then had his bodyguard beat him up. He no longer cares about saving the woman. He just wants to go back and fight that guy.
Yeah.
And then there's Real Hero 2. That's 3. He's asking a guy if girls work at this nightclub.
Look at that fucking art. It sucks.
I know. By the way, there's so many.
Head is shape.
Yeah, Dick pointed this out. There's so many shots of the truck with its wheels constantly turned, and I think the 3D model had the wheels already turned, so they rarely straighten out the wheels. It's always making some kind of turn. So he's asking if girls work there, and it's like, okay, he's asking the guy if girls work there to see if Jasmine works there, and then he goes, I'm acting fake concerned. I really just want to punch him. So he still doesn't care about Jasmine. And then Real Hero #3. Here we go. I'm going to kill. He just really wants to kill this guy for bad-mouthing him and having his bodyguard throw him out, which he was trespassing.
Yeah.
So technically the bodyguard was right.
Yeah, it's all having a short fuse and just wanting to punch rude people into a sidewalk.
Yeah. And then, oh shit, I don't. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, can you click on fight?
If I can find. Oh, there it is.
Okay, here we go. Fight. Joe, that looks like that's a cool 1-page thing.
Yeah.
These guys are running at each other, about to fight. What do you think the next panel's gonna be?
I think it's going to be like Lil Mac, Isam. I'm assuming that's Isam, like decking him in the jaw.
Well, yeah, Little Mac uppercutting Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congratulations, you have a brain. Andy, can you click on Nevermind? There we go. That big spread, and then it's just them backing up.
Yeah,
okay, so there's a new So there's a new edition of Isam, and I think they added like a punch in there. So he was shitting on everyone criticizing him, but then he did take some of the criticism.
Yeah. Because
that looks like what it should be before. Like that should be the page before the one we just saw.
Yes, you're right, Joe. It should be. It should be.
Next, it's going to be this huge dude pulling Isam's pants down from behind, right?
Yeah. Can you click on guts?
Ah, see, I was right.
There's one that says guns and one that says guts. All right, guts. Okay, so this is a bodyguard that's just telling him to leave, and he punches him so hard that blood and ribs shoot out of him.
That's what I was saying. It's just punching rude people into a sidewalk.
Yeah,
That's what I was talking about.
So he got criticized for that, and I think the newest edition, they changed the blood to some like blue energy or something to make it look less like he killed him, because it just looks like Isam doesn't know how bad they are. He killed a bodyguard for doing his job properly. He murdered him, and they're like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't have our murdering a guy."
This is like in Red vs. Dead Snow 2, where he's trying to do CPR on that kid at the hospital. It's like crushes his sternum.
I just watched that with Jody B and Brandon on Gorehounds over on Rumble last week. It's out now. Go check it out.
Yeah. Now, Joe, you're probably like, there was probably a build up to us seeing Isom for the first time because they show him in shadow and stuff. And if you click on big reveal, this is our first shot of our hero, Isom, in the comic. There we go. There's him just walking briskly, squinting his eyes like the sun is in them.
I think isn't that the guy that was laying on the couch?
Yeah, probably. half his face covered in shadow. There's a big block coming out of that wall for no. That's our first.
People are paying like $40 for this comic.
Yeah.
Yes, and now, you guys, like you said, you buy a lot of comics. You buy like trade paperbacks, right? Where they collect a bunch of stories, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you bought a regular comic, lots of ads in it. But when you buy the trade paperback, there's no ads in them, unless it's like a page at the end for other comics you could buy. This happens like dab in the middle. Can you click on Dream State? Okay, so in the middle of the ad, Joe, he puts a one-page ad in for his wife's fucking Etsy shop where she makes custom jewelry.
It's Sheen. You can find this on Sheen and Temu.
Fuck.
So,
I plug my wife's fucking Etsy shit on my Instagram, but I don't charge people $40 to shill it.
Okay. So we were talking about how like this is constantly setting up other heroes.
It's fun and exciting. Sorry.
Yeah. So one of them is Norfolka. Click on Norfolka.
Oh, dude,
isn't that where Black Panther's from?
You know what? As far as I can tell, it's like Norse people and black people who magic, and I guess they're called Norfolka. I don't think their book's out yet. So that's it. So Norfolka is right there. Now, Andy, without saying
what the fuck?
Yeah. So that's to set up another book.
Yep.
But then there's one for Backwards.
Yes, which is Eric's
his band, right?
Yes.
But you don't know the context of that really. So when you see it in the book, there it is, Backwards. I spelled it wrong. It looks like it's an ad for another comic. You would think, oh, okay, the Norfolka, I just saw a comic about a band. This must be a different comic about a band. It's like, nope. It's Eric July's band. And I'm like, this is so fucking confusing.
Wow.
We watched a Backwards video with Jody B.
Oh, they're so terrible.
It's, I called it Stinkin' Park.
Yeah, and now you also, you make $2 million, right? You don't want any spelling errors or weird grammatical errors, right?
Yeah, you must be able to pay for some editing.
Yeah, you think
$2 million. With $2 million, you can ask ChatGPT to
copy editor.
Andy, I don't know. I think there's actually more. This is the one I caught. Click expect it win. You might have to zoom in on it. Yeah. The good guys are always expected win.
Yeah. Come on.
So after the Hell Monkeys burn down his thing, which is totally unrelated, I think, to Jasmine working for Evil Darren, he goes to Bloodruth. So he goes to a magic castle, and those are clearly beer steins on the end. So he got a beer stein and put it together to make this weird looking castle.
What the fuck?
They're clearly beer steins.
It's Oktoberfest over here in the Rippaverse.
Yeah. My German heritage is offended by that.
Yeah, they're at a Hofbrunn-Haus.
But like the real Disney castle is like not that far outside of Munich.
Yeah.
So the Disney castle is like a German castle.
Yeah.
So for that castle to look like that is fucking preposterous.
So by the way, so the context for this, at this point, the Hell Monkeys burned down his barn, his ranch hand is missing. So he's asking Goodyear he's asking Bloodruth. She's talking about there's these Hell Monkeys. And she says, I can't guarantee their employees they're alive. She wants to check out this cave where the Hell Monkeys might be. And he goes, I have a family emergency that I need to tend to. I will not be dying before it is dealt with. I know they are coming. Those beasts won't be a problem. So he went there to learn who these beasts are and how to get his friend back. And he's like, all right, let's go there now. And dude just goes, I can't do it right now. I got a thing I got to take care of first.
Yeah. Is it? Is it me talking to my boss about why I have to leave work early? I have a family emergency.
Yeah.
And diarrhea.
Talk about wasted time again. Can you click on robot? This had me fucking dying. So they get to Gooding's house, right? And they're greeted with a robot.
A robot?
That tells them to leave its car and sit on its magic legs so we can fly him to the mansion. But can you go to the first panel and see how far the mansion is?
This?
It's right there. He could have just drove the rest of his truck up. Why did he have to stand on a robot's weird spatula legs and fly the rest of the way?
That's like 2 football fields away.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Click on 30. This is another weird 3D asset that they didn't like
This really sucks, by the way.
Not even
like
if you paid $40 for this, would you be disappointed?
I would be enraged.
There we go. Okay, zoom up on that thing in the middle of the room. So I think that is like I think that's supposed to be, right? A metal detector.
Yeah.
But it's awkwardly in just like the middle of the room, not where you enter in.
Yeah, every metal detector I've ever walked through is right into a wall.
Now look at the guy look at the guy right next to the metal detector.
This guy?
Yeah. Go to his arm down there. Okay. This is clearly a door for an elevator, and they left the button to click the elevator.
Yeah.
He clearly took a door for an elevator, dressed it up as a metal detector, but they left the switch, and then the guy coloring it probably didn't know what any of these are. Look at the light source on the wall. Like, where are these shadows coming from?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
And by the way, I knew the guy who colored this, Gabe El Taib. He actually worked a lot for like Disney. And a bunch of comic stuff. He used to do live streams. I was on him years ago. He probably hates me now because of my association with people. He only did the first comic. He didn't come back. He said everything was fine. He had his own comic. I don't know if it came out. He said everything's cool with him at Eric July, but people don't know for sure. He probably got handed this and was like, oh, whatever, I'm getting paid. So he probably didn't understand that was not supposed to be there and colored it anyway.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. It looks like a hovering light, like a flashlight coming out of his ass.
Speaking of dialogue, he wants to be really, really wordy, and he'll type the same place. Look at the tell her everything panel. There we go. It's actually the one right. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
There lives one of my greatest sources of intel. Tell her everything. She's the only one who would know if something weird is happening in this area. Tell her everything.
Did I mention tell her everything?
Make sure you tell her everything. You got to tell her everything.
Yeah, quite frankly. Absolutely. Check that out on Patreon.
So by the way, the story is he's looking for Jasmine that he doesn't even want to do. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then along the way, hell monkeys burn down his thing and steal his ranch hand. And then he has to go with a witch to fight some hell monkeys. And the last panel of ISOM 2, I have it there, just says who. There's like a leader of the hell monkeys. And I don't know how the gangster with Jasmine ties into the hell monkey plot line. Like there's 2 separate plot lines, and he doesn't seem thrilled to be in any story. He also was, there we go.
Sorry.
And that's how ISOM 2 ends, with a different hell monkey with horns on his back. We learned this
cool. I mean, this is like they get this panel and they're like, it was all worth it. Killed it.
So
that's the only cool looking thing I've seen.
So talking with Riley, Eric July apparently in the past admitted to being a fan of at least the first season of Black Lightning, the CW show.
Yeah.
Which I used to watch a lot of the CW superhero stuff. They were, you know what? They were cheesy. Yeah, a lot of romance stuff geared to women because it was
people like Arrow.
Yeah. But incidentally, when they Me Too'd the one producer in charge of a lot of them, they all dropped in quality.
Oh,
no, not Joss Whedon, some other guy. And it was funny. Me and Riley talk about it all the time because we were fans. It's like, yeah, once they meet the guy, they all took a drop and out. Like, maybe he was shitty, but he was also the one keeping it together.
Yeah.
So the story of Black
he was
Lightning,
replaced by a woman who had no knowledge of any of the
it was like-
properties.
It was the Justin Roiland of CW.
So stop me if you heard this one before, but the pilot episode of Black Lightning is a retired superhero, and he has to come out of retirement, and he gets thrown onto a car, and he needs to get his old associate to make him a new super suit off his, and he's fighting a local gangster that he has history with, who may or may not own a club. I forget. It's been a while since I've seen it.
This sounds so familiar to me.
He clearly just ripped up the CW's Black Lightning.
God, dude. Please stop.
It's just total like both books. And did you notice there's so much business talk? Like, we learned way too much about his ranch. Characters are talking about like how they're overpaying each other. The one guy was just, I think 2 different people say, you're only here because I'm allowing it. 2 different characters say that to 2 different other people in 2 different contexts. I'm like, wait,
that's so
you just
crazy.
used that like an issue ago.
Dude, that's about, can I ask you, just to emphasize that point, have you seen the movie Get Even?
Years ago, yes.
Oh, okay. But John DeHart, the guy that's the star, director, producer, was also a lawyer. And there's one scene where they're bailing Wings Hauser out of prison, and this bail bondsman comes in and just talking all this bail bonds business out of nowhere. You're like, why is this happening in a movie? And the guy never comes back. And it's like, I mean, write what you know, I guess. I love that movie.
Sorry. Click on business, because this is another real life. Real life is interfering with this script. So I'm sorry,
it's not
Avery.
Personal, it's business.
Yeah, Avery Stillman is a very successful farmer, whatever. This is his ranch hand talking about business. The city's enticing, but business hasn't slowed down much. Just not as many people coming in person. That's what delivery is for, though Avery's thinking about moving that in-house too. That's because Eric July decided that his comic book company will deliver things in-house. He bought a warehouse to deliver these books instead of just using a printing and shipping service for some reason. Yeah. He really wanted a warehouse to be the business guy. And it's like, we don't really have to do that in this day and age, really. I mean,
I like how it's the POV of the haters sucking his dick.
Yeah, by the way, why are there so many low-angle shots of characters? Did you know?
I need a heroic shot of some some ancillary character that nobody gives a fuck about.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that. Can you click on the Good-Ying picture I put in there? Because that's exactly... This is Good-Ying's introduction. And by the way, tiniest font ever, Good-Ying. Like, why would that be why did Larry Shugnight get giant words? And then an empty panel, and this guy just gets Good-Ying.
Man.
And what does he want? Like, people, I need to know what that 3D asset was. This looks like you're running in a marathon or something. It's like,
you're marching in a gay pride parade.
But like, coming back to like what you were saying before about like Vito, like agonizing over like color bleed or like the quality of what it looks like, and then you see something like this where it's just like I could be very forgiving. It could be black and white. You could do it could be very low grade if the story and the art had like a bit of originality to it, and the story was good. I wouldn't be like, you could be like, 4-color stipple dot. It could be retro, and you can just be like, it is what it is. It's an independent comic. Yeah. If the story and some originality with the art was, do it with some style instead of hacking together a bunch of fucking bullshit. Very obviously, too. It sucks. It was one of the reasons I stopped buying comics.
Yeah, your character looked like Invincible and Rip Off the Boys.
You got so mad when I said that. I mean, that's
Vito's super.
By the way, the names in these fucking. I'm looking at one of the covers for Yaira, the first appearance of Stefania with a Y, Yanessa, Yantoni, and Magus Newmite.
Is she Scottish or Australian?
No one fucking knows. I think Yaira's an alien. I don't fucking
New
know.
girl was like the accents all over the place in that trailer.
Well, I do want to scrub to my clip package that I
sorry. That was it for my images. I just spent a lot of time.
I'm glad because I really had never seen anything about it. And for me personally, I would have just been like, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it is good. It's independent. People paid a lot of money, so they must have like really invested heavily in making it good. No. Shit. It's the worst type of shit.
There's something he did recently where he fucked up a 2-page spread because he wanted to put an ad in for an Isom statue. So Bloodruth has clearly a 2-page spread, but now it's on 1 page. So you have to flip the page over to see the rest of the spread. And he tried to get out ahead of it. Like, he didn't realize he fucked up. He got out ahead of it. He's like, I was trying to do like, you know, a cinematic thing, you know, how the camera goes left to right. It's like, motherfucker, this isn't a video or a movie. It doesn't work that way. And he's like, did I mess up? Should I have not done this? He was clearly trying to do like pre-damage control. Like, no, you got greedy and you wanted to put the fucking statue image in the front page of your comic. And look, Todd McFarlane did a lot of this. He definitely over-merchandised, but he had a very big career in Marvel before he did all that.
You know what? He did it well.
Talented.
Yeah. There's 2 Isom comics right now. He's not likable. We don't know what his motivation is. We don't know what his power is. We don't understand what the story is. And he's ruining some other comic, totally fucking up the pages because he wants to put a statue of young Isom, which makes no sense. By the way, one last thing. Joe, the reason he's in retirement, he tried to help someone before, and a bad guy ended up killing this person. And he took it really personal and he gave up being a superhero. Now, Joe, you're probably thinking, oh, was it like a girlfriend, a friend, a partner, someone really close to him, right? That was what you would assume. Oh, no, Joe, it's a cosplayer at a comic convention. Some giant dreadlock guy kills her and Isom goes, up. Someone died while I was fighting evil. It's like, yeah, that happens sometimes. Like, that was too much for me. I'm going to go be a farmer now. And I'm like, wait, that's why he gave up? Because someone died during a fight. Like, that's gonna happen. Police deal with that and shit. It wasn't like, you know, like the Dark Knight where like Rachel dies. So in the next one he like quit. It's like, no, that was the love of his life. That was someone really important. Like, it's just some lady he never met. He went, oh darn, I'm done being a superhero. Sorry, that's my last thing. We did the clip package.
I was surprised the person that died wasn't like some politically charged podcaster on YouTube that you know, was outspoken about woke culture.
It wasn't even like that. It was Mrs. Jazz or Mrs. Newman. That would have made more
Newman.
We still know who Mr. Newman, Mrs. Newman is.
I want to spotlight some of the hack shit that is not even coming out. It's not coming out. This is Yaira 2. It was supposed to come out March 2025. It's still not out. This is a trailer for it. It looks like complete fucking dog shit.
I have won.
Oh, it's over. I've won. Okay, well, why is there even episode 2 then? I keep saying episode, issue.
Yaira is dead. But so are the Thribbisses. They were fools to follow me here. They did not know this world, and I was able to use it to my advantage.
Is this arguably a better access? This world.
Yeah.
I managed to live amongst these humans.
Instead of, thanks for the heads up. That new
I
girl.
managed to live amongst these humans.
Thanks for the heads up.
For eons, without my true nature being exposed. Stefania changed all that. She's my flesh and my blood. She is like me. I could not save her, Abuela. And now she hates me.
Wait, he said Abuela? Oh my god, most right-wing dudes bitch about how like random Spanish is thrown in a bunch of woke movies and they're doing it? The whole my Abuela thing has become like a meme because every every like Latin character needs to remind you they're Latin. They go like, yes, me and my abuela. We do this, and there's like Latin people like, I just call them grandma or whatever.
Right.
So they're doing the things that they hate.
It just reminds me of when Hillary Clinton used it and then pulled hot sauce out of her purse to identify with black people.
Oh, and this is the Soskas, who are woke, by the way. They're totally just grift because they failed at so many things. Now they're pretending to be Christians and they're latching on to Eric July because he's like, yay, white girls like me. I hope doesn't find out, but they're like not, either they have or they're leading him on.
Oh, they're totally they have their hooks in him.
Oh, 100%.
It's the only time I've ever seen Eric July smile, Tony, is when the
and then people keep pointing out, like, hey, they made like a bunch of pedophile jokes. They were in this weird indie guys movie who turned out to be a pedophile, where they're like throwing up on each other and making out with each other. Like, they did like a bunch of they have a comic of just nuns fucking people to
New
death.
Girl said that. New Girls these look like the type of sisters that would make out with each other for attention.
Oh yeah, they did like a Deadpool porn or something. And like a Deadpool porn parody, I believe. And like they're like, yeah, they're Christian, we forgive them. And like all these right-wing guys are simple for them, like, but they do all the stuff you guys hate. But a girl's talking to you, so when a girl is actually talking to them, they completely crumble. It's hilarious.
Unbelievable. Hypocrite.
I will stick to my guns and shit on women, even if I find them attractive. It's screwed me over many, many times, but you won't catch me simping. It's been really hurting me dating
I'm alone
recently.
in this world. Anyone who gets close to me dies.
Whatever. We're going to keep going with this one specifically because I want to highlight some other ones too. But that is the worst of the shit that they're featuring on the website right now. When we're talking about Eric July being a good marketer and like bringing a lot of different properties to the table. Joe, this is that other one that we talked about, that Norfrica panel that we saw. Remember that when we were going through the other thing? So it's basically Metalocalypse, but with I guess, how do you describe it, Tony? It's like Vikings meets Africans meets shitty metal, right?
Describe it as it sucks.
Yeah. But this is a whole music video about this. And it starts with them like some dude like, hey bro, are we gonna go to the Norfrica show? It's gonna be fucking amazing. No, it's gonna suck ass.
Oh my god.
Joe, Norfrica. Your new favorite band, Norfrica.
Yeah.
This is a 5-minute music video for this. It's suck loud. Like,
how much money is he wasted on this fucking animation, by the way?
Yeah.
Best thing I've seen so far.
Seriously though, Metalocalypse, they did artist specific. It looked like they were actually playing the instruments on the close-ups. Brendan Smalls was very insistent that it look real, and this smacks of that, just worse.
I see an innate desire, sword in hand, warriors side by side.
Eric
and it burns like fire. Worlds collide, an unstable landscape, side by side. But that's what this man digs. It might and unlikely allegiance.
I thought that guy was doing a Nazi salute. No.
There it is.
I would almost appreciate this, except that it's been done better. It's already been done better. And it just sounds like Lordy or what's that band, Joe, with the guy that's always humping bass that our buddy likes? God, it's not no, it's not a Monomar. It's like a Danzig ripoff band. But it's just it's more hack shit. It's my only problem. Well, it's not my only problem. It's my biggest problem with Eric is it's all being executed poorly. And You
That just
crowdfunded
feels like
$2 million.
knockoff Mon Amarth or something.
So, I'm glad you mentioned $2 million. I'm sending you something. I think a biggest problem fan made this graph. So
Okay, while you're setting that, I'm going to spotlight this one last thing.
Yeah.
This is I was going to feature them best to worst so that we could like have fun shitting on the Soskas, and now I've gone backwards. So this is Death Shroud. This might be the best thing that they're featuring on there, but keep in mind, none of this shit is available. You can pre-order it for like $30 to $50, and maybe you'll get it someday. And I'm just not on board with that business model. I don't like. This is like, I give you my money, and then hopefully you don't go out of business, and I get the thing that you're promising me. And I don't know how we've arrived here in this economy. It's like, fuck you. You don't get my money before I get what I want. Capitalism is what I was thinking of.
We should have ended on that mission.
And that art looks good.
They switched to motion comics. I guess the animation got
this looks kind of dope, right? I mean, this looks okay.
Somehow.
It's not going to be okay, but it looks okay.
No, it's not going to be good. But out of everything we've watched, this is the best.
Survived. Turned into some creature from my nightmares. The world I once...
This is basically Spawn. It's a Spawn
Kind of,
ripoff. Yeah, pay attention.
was lost. My very existence is a threat to a cosmic order I didn't know existed.
It's like Cosmic Holocaust.
If heaven and hell want me dead,
What'd you say, Joe?
Sorry.
Oh, some of the illustrations there looked like the Toxic Holocaust.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Like, go watch Toxic Holocaust videos instead of Norfrica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much Spawn. It's heaven and hell fighting over this one fucking guy with superpowers that's gonna take them all down.
I won't go quietly.
Does he have a shrunken head? What the fuck's happening?
He looks like the Spectre from DC Comics, just blue instead of... He's white and purple instead of green and white.
He looks like that jerk-off fucking character in that Predator Badlands trailer.
Yeah.
That's a terrible looking fucking...
Or it's like the Reaper, the Grim Reaper, whatever.
Oh, wait. I didn't even realize those were the eyes. I was looking lower than that. I thought those were the eyes. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
You're looking at his penis, as usual. Anyway.
I sent you a graph. This is clearly made by a Dick Show fan because you've heard of Maddox, right? Obviously.
Yes.
So Maddox, when he apparently worked for 5 years on a documentary about how Dick is a bad guy, which then got kicked off YouTube because he linked to a list of people being Nazis, me being one of them, and I think a couple hundred people didn't enjoy that.
Jesus.
He showed a graph of how much Dick tweeted about him, and the lines were going up normally, but then people looked and the dates were backwards. It's like, wait, if you were to put this graph right, it shows that he tweets about you less throughout the years. He's like, yeah, it's a backwards graph. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You purposely misled someone. So a fan did that with this. This is Rippaverse sales, but it's a backwards graph that made it look like it's going up, but it's clearly the opposite. So yeah, ISOM 1, almost $4 million. ISOM 2, $2 million. Alphacore 1 million. Yaira $1 million, and then boom, Goodying couldn't crack 300,000. Oh yeah, they do Rippazines. Nothing. Horseman got almost $1 million.
We got to talk about Horseman or whatever the.
Okay, fuck Chuck Dixon.
Corny.
He keeps getting like failed comic guys. Like, yeah, Chuck Dixon did some stuff back in the day. He worked on one of like the Spawn Batman crossovers. He co-created Bane, and I think we all agree the only really cool thing about Bane is that he was in a movie with me. But like he keeps getting like all these failed guys, and it's like, yeah, but they kind of failed for a reason. And also Chuck Dixon raised money to make a Rambo comic, and I don't think it ever happened. and now he's stealing money from Eric July.
All this Indiegogo crowdfunding shit is, I mean, it's one step away from Hawk to a coin and all this fucking garbage.
I'm not against it, but like you gotta like be reliable. Like people have to know that you can do this before you do it. It's like,
there needs,
or
to
you
be
could just say you're a fascist and get $26,000 on.
Yeah.
You need to like show like a track record before you do. Like I tried to use Indiegogos years ago for a web series, and looking back, I'm like, well, I was a piece of shit like 22-year-old. No one knew what I did. Why was I trying to get money from people? I hadn't proven myself yet.
But there should be some kind of barrier to success, or you get your money back.
Yeah.
This whole thing, oh well, I guess it didn't work out. Thanks for helping me try, and I'm off. Take the money and run, horse shit. Because the raising $2 million, what'd you do with the money, Ringo? What money?
Bought a
money I gave you to create a
and
comic book
employees.
studio.
He pays some fucking girl with a shaved head, which I thought these right-wing guys were supposed to hate, to do his like videos about the Rippaverse.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have
Gothics.
that. Oh, guess what?
And she's terrible. She doesn't know how to read a script or anything.
Oh yeah,
she's so terrible.
Are you guys fans of Slam Tree? Because that's all this fucking broad is doing. It's just pimping the fucking omnibus. Like you can own all 18 comics that they've ever made. And
Omnibus, it's like Isom's not done yet. The story, why wouldn't you finish that story arc before you put it in there?
Tony, if I tell you in a cool way that you can own something that doesn't exist, well, wouldn't you buy it? Because
over 3 years ago, Eric July took the biggest risk of his life, investing hundreds of thousands of dollars to launch.
At reading.
Yeah, but she's very good at doing slam poetry poses, like this whole like talking with your hands. Like you're Italian, you can appreciate that.
An independent comic company that would handle its own distribution. That leap of faith became Rippaverse Publishing. Since then, thanks to fans like you, the Rippaverse has sold over 300,000 books. And
this is basically the sham wow guy of Rippaverse.
Yes. No
Real quick, why isn't she mic'd? What is is that fucking camera mic audio? They couldn't get her a lav? They don't have a shotgun mic? What the fuck? Why is there so much echo in there?
Head.
Generated more than $12 million in sales. Its catalog now spans multiple titles and genres with a growing team of creators,
holy shit,
artists,
she does have a mic,
and editors, all working to deliver fun, grounded storytelling without the issues that have recently plagued the comic book industry.
Oh, those issues.
She has the microphone on. Why is there so much echo?
That's your concern.
By the way, those Rippaverse live streams that she showed, they get no. If you ever wanted to talk to the Suskas or leave a comment that you know they'll see, it'll probably get deleted. Go to those. There's less than 300 people watching those things. The chat is not engaged at all. It's
What's
hilarious.
to talk about? The fucking issue 2 is not even out. It was supposed to come out in March. They're already trying to sell 3. That's fucking Nowheresville. And this broad is trying to tell me that they're killing it in the game with fucking 18. There's 18 books that I want to get an omnibus for.
Company's 3-year anniversary on July.
Huh?
Who's on her shirt?
Mr. Sinister.
No, that's the newest character, Zalian.
Yeah.
Or Zalen. The Rippaverse went cosmic, Joe. It's their first alien story.
I hate cosmic shit.
Oh, by the way, so you know how it's like trendy to hate multiverses, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, like Eric July kind of like kneecapped himself because in the comments, like hell is like this other plane. He's like another universe, and she's like, that's fictional nonsense. So these right-wing like grifter dudes are shitting on multiverses just because Disney and Marvel are doing them right now and doing them poorly. But they've tricked themselves into thinking that the entire concept of a multiverse is bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's been around for years. And in the comics, she's like, think of it more like a different dimension. I'm like, well, no, back in the day, like Star Trek dimensions were like the multiverse, timelines. It's like, that's just a different version of a multiverse. Like, yeah, Marvel's doing it bad. They're using it to do cameos. I get that. But like, don't shit on the entire concept. You could have a lot of fun with multiverses.
Yeah, good
And
luck
now you're
retconning shit when you kill off favorite characters and want to bring them back.
But then there's like cool things. You're like, hey, this is what happens if it took place in this universe where this thing. There's like Superman Red Sun was fun.
Sure.
Stuff like that. And he said that his stuff will never have multiverse. I'm like, why are you like, why would you limit yourself like that so early on?
I guess ISAM will never fuck a green woman like Captain Kirk did.
Especially if you're doing sci-fi, multiverses and dimensions and timelines are actually like a good idea. And you're like, nope, not in this universe. Like, okay, well,
the
awesome,
multiverse is not the problem. The shitty writing is the problem.
Using it to do cameos is the problem. It's like, well, that's not really the point of a multiverse, but okay.
It's also real. Ask Alex Jones about the TikTok elves.
By 11th, 2025, we're excited to announce the launch of the Rippaverse Omnibus. Years 1 through 3, a massive collection featuring
6
every single title from
10
from ISOM number 1 to
15
Norfolka Glorious Death.
19 books.
That's over 1,100 pages in one epic volume, with stories from legendary creators like Chuck Dixon, Joe Bennett, Will Conrad, the Soska sisters,
legendary Soska sisters.
Legendary. They have like one theatrically released film. Everything else is
legendary. No.
Legendary hacks.
By the way,
universe. Thank you for
when Mint wanted to go to that event. By the way, with the night Riley got arrested, she forgot to bring her Yaira cosplay. She was supposed to cosplay as Yaira, and she thought she was going to be able to get into the event. And she wanted to interview the Soskas, and I gave her a question. Someone else, if you ever meet the Soskas, do this. I was going to say, like, tell them that you deal with anxiety, so you're really happy that their movies go direct to video instead of theaters. Like, I have anxiety being in public, and it really makes me happy that your videos go straight to streaming and not in theaters.
That's why you're my
Because like her autistic delivery they would have been like, I don't know if that's an insult or not.
Love it.
Choosing the Rippaverse. We're just getting started, and we look forward to continuing this journey with all of you. Pre-order your copy of the Rippaverse Omnibus.
That's the equivalent of walking into your girlfriend's house and being like, so are you going to get changed before we go out? Or
God damn. So the Soskas were at that whatever TGI Fridays that the Rippaverse meetup was at.
Oh man, I got so much shit on for defending Riley for that. And I
That's how I got into this because
I never stopped defending him. I stuck by him. I lost some fans over it. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna be right in the end. And I was. Eric July refused to testify. If he was right, if Riley was guilty, why did he dodge the subpoena? No one can answer me that.
No, they didn't do anything. Just because you show a place, that's a public event. What? Why are you being arrested for that?
Well, no, he was arrested because of the previous warrant that Riley didn't know he had for when he went to the West. That was the thing.
The money at the studio?
Yes.
It was also public place that Nick Rekieta explained.
Yep.
It was okay for him to be. So he didn't get charged with it. Like he got off with all this, right?
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. So he, Eric July put in a police thing. He had them meet him at a gas station. He was so afraid for them to meet him because he thought Riley might be lurking about.
Sure.
He met the cops at a gas station, complained about him, said it was a threat. The whole like document, we looked at it, was ridiculous. They were like, he sent threatening pictures, and it's Riley with the novelty scissors you get at Spirit Halloween. I'm like, those aren't real.
Whoa! Why are you trying to give me money?
Yeah. So that's the thing. So he had a warrant out for that, but Riley had no way of getting notified of that, so he didn't know. So the cops, if you watch that whole live stream, like, they know that he's allowed to do it. They tell him where to move, and then the Null from Kiwi Farms, who hates Dick Masterson because Steve Masterson was his internet dad and then got upset when he wasn't. So now he just hates him. He paid to get the body cam footage. And then, like, it proved that Eric July's people went to the restaurant owner and told them to tell the cops that Riley had a warrant. So it was proven on video. Because Eric's just like, I guess someone got arrested. I don't know anything about it. Like, oh, no, you guys did. you're the ones who told the restaurant. They're like, we
Right.
didn't do anything. I'm like, yeah, you got the restaurant owner to tell the cops.
Yeah, I covered it for
Yeah.
a brief stint. That's like how I know a lot about what
Yeah.
like Vito's involvement in because that was the first thing we
Yeah.
had. I had just seen or Riley and Mint had just been at Hackamania 1,
Mhm.
and then they went to this, and that's when it all blew up, and that's when I really started paying attention
Yeah.
to Eric, and that was exactly what my takeaway was. He fully knew
Yeah.
who they were, what they were doing, and it's just whatever. Somebody who's not a fan of you is going to show up and tell people that are fans of you that they shouldn't be, and that's why you're crying and calling the cops.
You know what the most hypocritical thing is? Everyone was celebrating Riley getting kicked out, saying it was a bad thing. He shouldn't have done that. Alex Stein was there, who's famous for doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was at that event. I'm like, you can't complain about what Riley did when you're hyping up Alex Stein. Like, Alex Stein breaks into people's like the Barstool Sports and gets kicked out. I'm like, you can't complain. You all sound like I know Alex Stein doesn't like Eric July. He tried to have Ethan Van Sciver and Eric on the same thing, but they both work for the Blaze, and I think he got yelled at. They had to do this cringe video.
Did you see? Sorry. Did you see the that one guy who was just arrested? This kid for bringing a bunch of people in red shirts. He like shows up to Target, and he's like, "Oh, did the district manager sent us over to like help out? Come on in, everyone."
Oh, yeah.
And all of the real employees are like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he's just like, "Come on in." And there's just like random people in red shirts, just like behind the registers. They start like cleaning shit. They're like, "We work here." That guy was arrested.
It's funny.
Well, that is private property, but
real quick, have you guys on this? I haven't listened to every episode yet. Did you guys ever mention Eric July's award that he won?
No.
Guys, okay.
Well, that's I hate to break the news to Joe, but we're gonna keep covering this.
guys, I think it was last year.
Funny.
He was
Eric July, August.
Yeah.
He was awarded, and he dressed like a man at this award. He was awarded the top 20 under 40. Did he disappear?
Nah. Is this technical difficulties again, or
okay, we'll wait for him to come back.
No, I'm still here. It's just the camera keeps fucking turning off.
Yeah, so he was awarded the top 20 under 40 Richard DeVos Young Entrepreneur Award. Does that name sound familiar, guys?
Not
Richard.
to me.
Richard DeVos is
that
the creator
Mike
of
Mothersbaugh's friend?
He's the creator of Amway, the pyramid scheme. Eric July has an award from I mean, he's dead now, but like the foundation in charge of Amway, the famous pyramid scheme. And he's going around bragging about it. People looked in there like, wait, that's Amway. Their pyramid scheme. They're like
the MLM awards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me money first. Yeah. Give me money before I give you something. Yeah. It's all a fucking scam. I don't know. Tony, you seem to think that that's the new model. What is it's like a BBC model now. You pay more to get less, and you get it less often. I don't get it.
Big black cock model? What BBC?
Yes. Exactly.
By the way, I'm sending a tweet that shows the picture of him. Just look what he's fucking wearing. It's so ridiculous.
Hang on.
He really got dressed up for this event.
Honestly, like even the most prestigious awards are bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Aside from not like the Nobel Peace Prize or Pulitzer Prize or something like that, but like the Oscars, the Grammys, it's all purchased bullshit.
Yeah.
So like, whatever. Finally, a little recognition. What?
But then look under here, all these right-wing idiots. Congrats, bro. Well done. Congrats. Like these are all like famous right-wing grifter dudes. I'm like, none of you looked into this. This is run by a scam company.
My God.
Neurotic.
Get out of here. Unbelievable.
Wow.
God. Yeah, I mean, I could fucking talk about how much I hate this guy all day. This is thank you, Tony, for providing so much context to
yes.
them.
Yes. I mean, it was an interesting choice getting Skinny Chad to start off this week, this month.
Well, the only reason I started there was because when I was covering it on my own, he was the first person to start giving me more context and information. And I thought it would be funny since he was suffering so many slings and arrows that to have him suffer some more, even though he was lucid on my show, not unhinged. But it's just interesting that it's going into so many parts of the Dabbleverse, as Kaylee was saying, you know, everything from comics to movies to the Dick Show to Vito and Aaron Imholt, and now over on the Hack
that
the
whole
Movie and
thing.
Us.
That whole thing really is because the whole like introduction to the biggest problem leading into this is technically my fault for
yeah, I know. That's
why
that
really
here.
blew it up because people started looking into it to make fun of Vito and stuff, and it got like bigger, and some fans found out that he might have done a scam with the charity, and it keeps blowing up, and now the Dabbleverse is starting to get involved.
Yeah.
And I keep joking. I'm like, I'm Eisenheimer. I didn't know
Yeah.
that one stupid phone call I would make when I was bored one day would snowball into this. People were making memes where it was like the domino thing. It's like Tony calls it the biggest problem. It's like Riley's arrested. There was that NASCAR guy. Well, he didn't get to be in the thing, but that race car guy had a cyber frog print on his car, and that was funded by Ethan's fans because Ethan ended up being critical of Eric after he got involved with the biggest problem. So like, I kind of snowballed everything.
Yeah.
Accidentally, I just wanted to make fun of Vito one night, and it just keeps going. And now you guys are involved,
I
and it
know.
doesn't stop.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
it's
so much
very entertaining.
connective tissue. So, and this has been great. I hope that everybody has enjoyed Eric July. We might revisit. Maybe we'll give it a rest, but I feel like something is going to happen. You know, it'll pop up again. These bumper cars are going to bounce off each other in an entertaining way where we will revisit this, and we'll have to have Tony back then. Tony, would you like to plug your plugs that you love to plug at this time? Thank you for being here.
Yes, follow me on Hack the Movies on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Check me on Patreon. Become a free Patreon member. I got the public feed on there. Follow my socials. I'm pretty much Hack the Movies everywhere. I announce where I'm gonna be. I've done a bunch of Mahoning drive-in events this week. When does this air? So
It'll be out Wednesday. This is Sunday. It'll be out this Wednesday.
Wednesday, good. I am delaying my Monday episode to Tuesday because I didn't have time to edit it. So go back to yesterday. I reviewed The Dark Knight. We did Batman Begins for the 20th anniversary. We just did The Dark Knight. We've done like all the Supermans this year, all the Final Destinations, all the Mission Impossibles. We got a lot of fun stuff going on over there. I even did like some like smaller bonus videos. If you like Mint and Riley, we did What is the Worst Fantastic Four so far? That was a fun episode. It's pretty obvious who won that one. But yeah, just crazy stuff going on all the time.
Now, do you have because it's Jaws 50th? Is Jaws playing you in theaters coming up? I just saw it's going to be at Cinemark.
Yes,
at the end of August.
Yes, Jaws will be in theaters. I've covered all the Jaws. I actually, on my wrap up for this month, we're going to talk about the Jaws documentary that they put out on Hulu because Disney and National Geographic sent me a free box of Shark Fest stuff. They do Shark Fest instead of Shark Week to promote this thing. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll watch the documentary since they sent me a bunch of free shit. They sent me some that I keep getting compliments on. I'm like, you know what? I like Disney now. So I got some compliments. So I'm going to watch that documentary, see if there's any new information in it. But yeah.
Yeah. Andy and I went and saw. Did you go with it? We went to Geneseo to see it.
Yeah.
But it was just like somebody's DVD on a big projector. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I drove 45 minutes to watch this bullshit. I'm like I could have stayed home, but at least now it's Cinemark. I'll know it'll be the audio. I think will be the biggest thing.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, Joe, we figure out if we accept or reject. There hasn't really been many apologies, but I feel like Eric July is not delivering on what he promised, but still reaping all the benefits. So I feel like the best drop for that is this.
I'm by winning. I went there. Now what?
So
Yeah.
Eric July continues to get over on all us libtards.
The quality is trash. I'm really blown away. Like that's why I'm glad Tony brought all the stills and everything that we got to see, because I've only seen the cover art. I've only seen that trailer where I'm like, okay, like it looks like they're dumping a lot of money into it. But yeah, when you open that book, it's just like this is garbage. So
Yairo looked a little better. I've seen some of Bloodruth and it looks a little bit better. I think they do have artists working on it. So yes, but they look like somewhat competently drawn or just like okay. They're not traced 3D assets where everyone looks like a mannequin just positioned weird.
Yeah. Just like the Bloodruth. What is it? She's on her period or something.
Also, wait, guys, can I get an apology that's comic book related?
Yeah.
Okay, why did none of you stop Amazing Spider-Man 2 from being made when it was filming in Rochester? Why did you all just let that happen?
Yeah, we were thrilled that was happening in Rochester. You didn't know how bad it was going to be when they were filming it, but
Amazing Spider-Man 1 wasn't that good. You should have seen the writing on the wall. I knew it was going to be bad.
Everyone was pissed because it fucked up traffic locally too. Like I was working at the news station at the time, and every day it was just like, yeah, they're still shooting, and you can't get into this part of the city right now. So go around. Nobody was thrilled.
My girlfriend at the time is from Pittsford, which isn't too far from there, and she was so excited about it. She hadn't seen it in theaters. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's put it on. Let me show you what you were so excited to fucking watch. And it's like it's one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah, it sucked.
Not great, but
sorry.
I apologize
Thank you.
for that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna need everyone from Rochester.
You got it. I on behalf of all of Rochester, I apologize for Spider-Man 2, but I thank Tony from Hack the Movies for being here today, and I thank Joe Sixpack and I'm Trucker Andy saying,
stay sorry.